Hey everyone! Today, let's know about some of the unknown details about the Great Wall of China. Let's start the video, but before that, I request you to show your love by subscribing to the channel and liking this video so that I can bring more exciting ones like this. The Great Wall was the first fortification erected in Chinese territory to protect citizens from foreign invaders. As far back as the 8th century BCE, barriers were going up to repel nomadic armies. When Qin Shi Huang seized power over a collection of neighboring principalities in 221 BCE and kicked off the Qin dynasty, he began construction on a 5,000-kilometer wall to safeguard his territory. Later dynasties continued this work and added their own flourishes. While construction began under the Qin dynasty, the recognizable segments that we think of when we visualize the Great Wall were largely the handiwork of the Ming dynasty, which created these facets between the 14th and 17th centuries. There is a pervasive misconception that the Great Wall of China is one long uninterrupted structure. In fact, the wall is more accurately described as a 20,000-kilometer network of walls spanning the northern borders of ancient and imperial Chinese territories. The Great Wall is largely crafted from unremarkable building materials like earth and stone. More interestingly, glutinous rice, known as sticky rice, was incorporated into the mortar recipe thanks to its cohesive properties. Modern studies have indicated that the amylopectin of the rice, that is a substance that makes it sticky, helps explain the wall's strength and endurance. In a particularly extreme version of modern community service, Great Wall construction, maintenance, and surveillance were regular duties of people convicted of crimes during the Qin dynasty. To distinguish outlaw laborers from their civilian colleagues, authorities shaved their heads, blackened their faces, and bound their limbs in chains. Transgressions ranging from homicide to tax evasion were all punishable with wall duty. The work was dangerous. Some estimates state that 400,000 workers perished while building the wall. With so many lives lost during construction, grieving family members feared that the spirits of their loved ones would be forever trapped within the structure that cost them their lives. In an effort to grant deceased laborers spiritual emancipation, a mourner would cross over the wall with a rooster in tow. This tradition was believed to help guide a soul away from the fortification. The Shijing, a collection of ancient Chinese poems written between the 11th and 7th centuries BCE, predicts proper construction of the Great Wall of China with an entry describing a king's efforts to fend off military invaders via development of a defensive barrier. Lining the Great Wall are shrines and tributes to figures from Chinese history. Guan Yu, a 3rd century general who served during the Han dynasty, is honored with temples built on the wall. Despite all the effort that went into making the Great Wall the premier component of China's military defense system, many of the country's enemies throughout history managed passage across the barrier. Manchurian invasion through the wall in the 17th century resulted in the fall of the Ming dynasty. Despite numerous accounts to the contrary, the Great Wall of China's reputation for extraterrestrial visibility stands strong to this day. English scholar William Stukeley outlined the idea in his family memoirs written in 1754. The myth got a boost from journalist Henry Norman's 1895 book, The Peoples and Politics of the Far East, as well as a 1932 Ripley's Believe It or Not cartoon strip. More reliable sources is astronaut Neil Armstrong among them, asserting that the Great Wall is by no means visible from the moon, much less outer space. At best, the wall can be spotted from a low orbit, sunlight and weather permitting. During the 20th century, socio-political movement known as Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, the Chinese government did quite a bit of damage to the Great Wall. Mao Zedong and the Red Guard recognized the wall as little more than a relic whose materials would better serve in the development of housing. Between 1966 and 1976, miles of the wall were stripped of bricks and repurposed to build civilian homes. Predictions about the Great Wall's fortitude have grown increasingly dire during the 21st century. Natural weathering and human-imparted erosion may result in the disappearance of certain parts of the wall before 2040. Portions of the wall in the Gansu province are thought to be in particularly jeopardy. Previously unknown stretches of the Great Wall have been discovered in recent decades. In the past 10 years, archaeologists have located some of the wall's northmost sections standing in and on the border of present-day Mongolia. The Great Wall of China is a nickname commonly used by Americans, the United Kingdom, France, and Germany, while other Western nations prefer a humbler designations, the Chinese Wall. Over the time, the wall earned some more ostentatious handles, including the Purple Frontier and the Earth Dragon. Ultimately, China christened its human-made wonder with a simple but appropriate name, the Long Wall. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're liking Nerdies discoveries. Can't wait for the next video to learn more and be fascinated about. See you on the next. Bye.